should be able to. Not get nothing.
That's okay, don't worry. So, what really interested you about the Boomerang Kids business? Like, what is it about the concept that interested you?
Well, I was consigner myself, so I understood how it worked and how it made me money. And then I got quality things when I came in here and shopped. And it was in my neighborhood, so I liked that. And what other things did I like?
What is it you think that, when you were looking at a business concept overall, if you had the idea that you wanted to go into business, I guess, was there anything else that attracted you to the business?
Well, I think that the franchisors were, great support. And when I first met the three of you, well, and Chad, you understood the business. You had great ideas for the future, and I felt very comfortable.
When, what is it about? Oh, I had a good question. Hang on. Where did it go? Can you just describe the kind of support and so maybe talk about me as a third person? So like I'm they, right? Like,
Okay.
so I'm going to just say, like, what kind of support are you getting? And maybe just sort of describe the kind of support you're getting from us.
Okay.
But so, yeah. So what kind of support are you getting?
So there was tons of support right from the very beginning. Even through the transition period, they had, a great list to follow. Because I was new at this. I had never owned my own business before. And just, we went step by step, regular meetings, regular follow-ups. And even when I was stuck, they were eager to help me. And when the training started prior to that, it was detailed binder that came to me with lots of information. And just being able to go and visit other stores, watching and being stepping back and watching people and the other stores work. Every store sort of worked a little bit differently, so it was interesting to see that too. And I think that was really the biggest thing, was the training, constant follow-up. We have regular meetings, every week with all the franchisees, and so just different ideas that we get from the other people as well. I think it's great.
Super. How do we help you kind of oversee the business, I guess? What do you find? So I'm asking you a little bit more detail even about, because you'll get the things that you're getting from Heather or the emails or the calls. So you might repeat a little bit of what you just said, but
Right.
yeah. So now that you're fully operational, I guess, what kind of support are you getting?
Still lots of support. We're still getting, even my financial sheets are going to Heather, and if she sees anything off or, that shouldn't be there or something different, she's familiar with it. She's come back and, asked me or questioned, making sure that everything's fine. They watch new stock, our consigned numbers, the numbers that we've priced every week to make sure that we are up to par where we should be in order to be successful in the business, really. She monitors our sales. She's, if they're, curious if we're up or down over last year. So things like that, really. Financially and just understanding the business a little bit. They've, marketing ideas, regular field visits when they come in and do, an overall view of the store and question us and talk to us about areas we can improve and new items and consigned items or displays, things like that.
Good. Do you ever feel like you're alone? Do you ever feel like that you're alone in anything?
No. I mean, there's days, sure, we're going to be overwhelmed because some days it feels like there's too much, but I've never regretted it. And I repeat that often. If I do have a question or don't understand, I always can send an email or call. I always feel very comfortable in that way. Never. And I think that that's the nice thing about here is that, everybody understands that there's families involved and other lives involved, but we can all work together, right?
How, what has been the most surprising part of the business that you found? That, like, so, if you've had different expectations, what surprised you the most?
I would say it is a lot of work. You have to be able to know how to work. Because, there's a lot of processes. I think it's the process of from the drop off to when it gets out on the rack. All those in between is the biggest part of managing and making sure that it works.
That's great. What surprised you the most about what you like about the business? Like, were there things that you thought, I never knew I'd really enjoy that?
I would say mostly the customers. It almost feels like sometimes the regulars, I see their babies growing, I can comment to them. I sometimes see the customers more than my own friends. So I feel like they're sort of part of my life, really, and I've enjoyed that a lot.
Great. What do you think you've learned the most since in the 6 or so months that you've been here?
Just the business part of it. I'd never owned my own business, and just the little details that you really have to watch. Being in the community, you want to try and please everybody. I've learned too that you don't please everybody, but when you have that many consigners and that many customers, I think that there's always going to be that one rotten apple, but there's that many more of the bushel that's there that you've got to kind of focus on.
When you feel like you've accomplished, like, what's a day in the life of you as a franchisee?
A day in the life. So just coming in, hanging clothes, getting new product out, just knowing that you can actually sell something, talking to people, talking up new product or something that you've experienced, and it wows people sometimes. And, you can really, what you can accomplish in a day is just portraying that sort of customer service. That's my most favorite part, I would say, too. Mm-hmm. I could just walk around the store all day and talk to customers, but we have to work.
That's a good one. So I guess, when you feel like, at the end of the day, when you've gone home and you feel like, that was a great day, what happened? Like, what makes those great days?
I think mostly the staff feels like they've accomplished something. They feel good about their numbers, what they've accomplished, things that they've done, and making sure they're happy too. If I feel like they're happy and they're accomplished, I think we're all accomplished, really, too.
Mm-hmm. Good. What are some of the things you hear customers say about the store?
That they love it. They love the concept. They love the fact that, they're earning money and they're able, the biggest thing is when they're buying this huge order and they're thinking they're spending too much money, and then you sign on to their account and they've got enough money and then some to cover what they've spent. And they say to you, "Oh, my husband doesn't have to know about this today." And, they've gotten all this stuff and they've sold, and it was worthwhile bringing it in, really.
Awesome. What do you think a franchisee should know about the business before they buy?
I would say the work. Just to have faith in the business, really. People, once they understand, especially in a new place, once people and the environment understands the concept of the store, that's the new thing, right? Boomerang Kids is got a great name in the Ottawa area, and we're lucky for that. But in other areas, I think once that name gets out there and there's proper marketing done, that it will be just as successful.
That's great. Perfect. I love that. Thank you. Okay, that's it. See, painless.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
I want to be a movie star.
I know. You're gonna start charging me now. What the heck?